Good morning, YouTube. I wanted to share with you today yet another use for my Foodsaver vacuum sealer V3240. I continue to find ways to use this to save me time, money, to help portion better. The latest thing that I picked up was this wide mouth jar sealer. I picked it up on Amazon. It was about 10 bucks. And it allows me then to use these types of jars. They're wide mouth jars. They're made by Ball. Very heavy duty. This one is a 1.5 pints, but they have all different sizes. And you can even freeze these. It has graduated measurements on the back. 1 cup, so on and so forth, 2 cups. And it actually right here, I don't know if you can see it, has a line if you want to freeze something that you want to keep the product below that line if you're going to freeze it. Here's one that I just took out of my freezer. As you can see, contains some fabulous pasta sauce, and this is how I now save my sauces. If you're making sauce, any sort of liquid, soups, stews, chili, whatever, I used to use these type of containers. They're pretty big and they work fine. The only thing I don't like about them is if I want a portion for myself or one or two people, I have to open this, take out a tiny bit of the product, whatever I'm eating, reseal it, and put it back. And this is a giant container. You know, if my wife makes sauce or something like that, there'll be a bunch of these. And even though they keep them very fresh, it is a bit annoying to have to dip in for a tiny bit. So I still use these for a lot of things, but not for my sauces. And these containers are really, really good. Anything, especially like rice, obviously absorbs moisture like crazy. I don't even like to keep them in the bags, or if you want to hold pasta, things like this are great because you can probably hold enough pasta in this size container for 2 people, one, possibly 2 people to have a meal. I can tell you right now that this 1.5 pints of sauce is enough probably for 3 heaping dishes of pasta, maybe 4. They make these in pint size or slightly smaller, a bunch of different sizes, and they're very economical. This came in a pack of 9. These are the 1.5 pints, and I think they were about $12 for 9 of them. And I think you can get like a dozen of the pint size, slightly smaller, for like $8. So very cheap. This is a one-time purchase for this. And let me just open one of these empty ones up so you can see. Very heavy glass. It has a ring on top, and then it has a lid with a nice seal on it. It's kind of a rubberized rim where you see that rust-colored material, and it just sits on the jar. And you put the vacuum sealer attachment on the top of it, and it sucks down, and it actually makes the seal without even putting the ring on. It's sealed right to it once you take the attachment off, and you can't get it off. It's really hard. You actually have to pry it off. I like to. I mean, I don't have much, nails or anything, and I don't want to flip all over, so I pry it off with like a butter knife, and you can hear it pop. It's such a tight seal. The ring is just on basically to hold it, but you don't even have to keep the ring on. You can leave it like this. I like to keep it on anyway. And if you're opening it and going to use it in a little while, you don't have to, reseal it again. You can break the seal, use it, put the ring on, later on go back to it, and so on and so forth. But tell you one thing, this keeps everything fresh, and I love the portioning. No more do I have to fight with giant vats of things when I only need a cup or 2, and you can get these in different sizes and tailor them for your needs. You can put all kinds of things in here, even things that aren't food. Anything you want to keep protected. It's great for herbs, soups, stews, things like that. And they work really, really good, and they're not expensive at all. And they go in the freezer, and what's not to like? I mean, pluses all the way around. So let me show you really quick, throw these on the side. Let me show you really quick the attachment. Very easy. Comes with instructions, not much to that. By box. I keep it in the box. I keep it like everything else in plastic, so it's as good today as the day I bought it. It's just like a blue seal here. It goes right on the jar. So you put your product inside the jar, put the lid on, cap it, take it, first you gotta hook up your tube. So let me grab my trusty hose, which I will connect to the accessory port. And then the other end connects right to the vacuum sealer itself. Push it in good and tight. Right to the jar adapter. Goes right on top. Just like that. Very simple. And as soon as you press vacuum and seal, it will start actually sucking the air out of here. I've never done it with nothing in before. It might take a little longer. No, not really. And then once it's done, now it's kind of sealing. And it's finished. You just pop it off, and it's on. Solid. Then you just put your ring, tighten your cap down. Voila, it's done. To pop it off, you can hear how tight of a seal that was. So that's how fresh it keeps whatever you have in there. So great item, highly recommend it. Well worth the investment, which is minimal, and I have nothing bad to say about it. It's great. Give it a whirl. I will put a link in the description to that, as well as these bags I picked up, which I also want to share with you, because I don't want to pay a fortune for the Foodsaver bags that I've been using. They're fine, they work great, but they're way too expensive. So I looked around on Amazon and some other sites too, read reviews like all you guys do, and decided to give these a try. They're from like vacuum bags, something or other. I'll put the link in there. What I got here to try was a pack of 50 quart size and 50 gallon size. They're pre-made bags, so you don't have to deal with rolls. I didn't really mind the rolls, but these are nice and convenient. They're made well. I've used them a few times. They work great. I really don't have any problems with them. Once or twice, while vacuuming something like a lobster where there's a sharp, pointy edge, I had to double bag it. But that's it. Other than that, they work fine. They were much cheaper. I think this was 100 bags, 50 of each size. I think it was less than $24. So compare that to your Foodsaver bags, and it's an easy decision. I would give them a whirl. I'm happy with these. I'll be buying these from now on. And again, I mean, I really don't. This is what's on. If that makes a difference. These are the labels. They're kind of generic, but who cares? We care about the bag, not the labeling. We want to save some money. 11 by 16 for the gallon size, and 8 by 12 for the quart size. Both of these sizes are perfect for me. I use them all the time. If you haven't checked out any of my other videos, you can see plenty of uses that I've demonstrated for the Foodsaver. And I ran out of the Foodsaver bags, so I said, let me give these a try, and it's a win-win. So here's two things for you that I would recommend. Give it a whirl. The mason jars are made by Ball, and they are just fantastic. So there's different sizes. You can get a combination of sizes, use them for different things. And once again, the Foodsaver is just a great item, and it's really easy to use and has made a huge difference with how we prepare and how we store food. I hope the video was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments area below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care.